So let's go back then. So you had a wonderful career at Oral Roberts as their head coach, and you took them to really unbelievable heights and a deep tournament run a few years ago, and which was incredible. And then you got this opportunity to go to Wichita State. So take us into the process and the decision-making and really how God led you and guided you to ultimately say yes to going to Wichita State.
Yeah, one of the things that happens when you're successful is you get some other opportunities. And I know after our Sweet 16 year in 2021, there were some opportunities to go to other places, but just never felt that those situations were the right fit. To be honest with you, every single year that I was at ORU, even during a bad year, because of my experience at Baylor and the success that we had there, there were always phone calls and people who were asking if I would be interested in making a change. And, during my last year, we were able to win 30 games. It was the most in the Division I era that ORU had ever won. Had a number of really good players and just felt that in this NIL era that you need to be at a place that one is equipped to handle it. People, unfortunately, if you're not equipped to handle it, just because the landscape is changing, this is a different game than what it was just 5 years ago. And had opportunities just besides Wichita State, but I was very familiar with the passionate fan base. There's a rich history here. Just 10 years ago, this was an undefeated team. They were 34-0, 35-0 before they lost in the NCAA tournament. 11 years removed from a Final Four. And I knew how passionate the people were here and felt like this was a situation where I want to be involved in a Final Four. I want to coach a team. I want to be at a place where there's aspirations for a Final Four. And so this was a place that had done it. And it was very attractive. It was only about 2.5 hours from where I previously was in Tulsa. So regionally, it made sense. The recruiting landscape made sense and felt a great deal at peace about the decision and the opportunity here.
I love it. And I was looking at your Twitter feed, and you retweeted a couple different things that jumped out to me. One, the home crowd is considered one of the top 10 atmospheres in college basketball, which is incredible. And then also the logo, the Shockers logo, it was ranked number 1. So you guys got some cool, just the atmosphere and being a part of that. Share with our listeners kind of what, just for me, even going, oh, wow, okay, cool. What do we need to know about Wichita State and kind of the program and the school?
Yeah. So if you look, Kansas is the second largest producer of wheat in the country. North Dakota is actually number 1, but Kansas is second. So you're not going to drive far without seeing a farm. This is a very blue-collar state. It's a blue-collar city. We had people who showed up to our Midnight Madness event, and I probably counted at least half a dozen people in overalls. And my guess was they came straight from their wheat farm. So a shocker is somebody who gathers wheat and they stick it in a bundle. So a bundle of wheat is called a shock of wheat. So people who are shockers, they are the people who go and bundle all of that wheat. So about an acre of wheat is going to produce about 120 loaves of bread. And so you get an idea about all of the bread that's spread out across. So you can imagine all of the wheat fields and all of the things that need to get done.